Shalom, welcome to a special edition of the Jerusalem Post News. Today we have with us the manager of the USA's branches of Bank Hapoalim, Gabriel Hamani. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Tamar.
Okay, so let's start with the ties between US and Israel. They're obviously very close in matters of security, diplomacy. Are they also so close in matters of the economy, finance?
Absolutely. You know, it's very natural for us Israelis, and I presume also Americans, to feel comfortable in each other's backyard, so to speak. You know, there's a lot of similarities in terms of principles of how business is run in the US and Israel, and we both feel comfortable. Of course, Israeli companies cannot ignore the biggest consumer market in the world, and they find themselves eventually ending up, when they grow and develop in the US market, and vice versa, the US players appreciate the innovation and entrepreneurship of the Israeli companies. So it's very tight as well.
Okay. America obviously has a very large and developed banking system. What does Bank Hapoalim specifically contribute to this?
You know, what many people do not realize is, even though they have 6,500 banks today in the US, most of them, I would say the majority of them, are very small community local banks. And Bank Hapoalim, the leading bank in Israel, and us in the US as part of the bank, are basically bringing a balance sheet of $100 billion to that market. And we are very much equipped to give a complete solution for companies in the US in terms of our products and services, and basically match whatever you can expect from a US bank at that scale. So we are very much alike in terms of our products and services, as I said. And I think the main point that we bring to the table, which is a bit lacking in the US market today, is the relationship. That has been the culture of the bank in Israel for many, many years. It is today as well. And I think this is the most added value that we can bring to the customer, which is basically a company in the US, in terms of being able to know them very intimately, understand their business. And I think we have a lot of essence behind the statement that we are a relationship bank.
What special services do you offer your customers?
Well, you know, as I said, the shelf of products is very wide and deep. So you would find us to be at par in what you would expect from any commercial lender in the US. But as I said, more than that, with the fact that we are a very comprehensive solution provider, from soup to nuts, so to speak, from very early stages of a company to a very mature company. You can talk about financing solution, you can talk about investment services, you can talk about trading room, global trading room solutions, and so on and so forth. So it's really the comprehensiveness of the, I would say, financial solution that we provide there, coupled with the understanding close relationship with our customers.
Israel is often described as the startup nation. Is there anything specific that Bank Hapoalim does that's geared towards Israel's high-tech industry?
Well, definitely as the leading bank in Israel, and Israel, as you stated, is the startup nation, we cannot be not a part of that. And we see ourselves strategically as a partner to that industry, to that segment. To that end, we have a designated, I would say, division basically today in the bank that is answering the needs of that industry worldwide. So it does start in Israel, and you can look at us in the US as the extension of that activity, and we provide whatever those entities need in the US as a continuation of their service in Israel, at the bank in Israel. But more than that, as I said, that spirit of entrepreneurship does reside at the bank in Israel and in the US as well. And the solutions, what we call outside of the box solutions, are very common practice with us. As you said, it's a big market there, a lot of banks, but some of them are very much into the box, into the formula, and we are beyond the box. We are beyond the formula. Especially one specific area that I want to mention is, high-tech companies are very well known to be high-growth companies, when sometimes the capital of the company or profitability or cash flow is not there to support that high growth. This is where we come in with special financing solutions in Israel and the US as well.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us today,
Thank
Mr.
you for
Hamani.
having me.
Thank you for tuning in to the special edition of the Jerusalem Post News. We'll be back tomorrow.